Howdy folks, this is Hellcorrex here, doing an update. Yeah, it's been a while, I know. Been a little busy. Being at the weekend, I guess the biggest thing is watching football, being out of town, and everything that went with it. Let's see, Saturday, went over to the Games Workshop store, and they had a 20,000 point apocalypse game going on, so got involved with that, talking with a bunch of guys and everything, and the guy that runs it and a couple buddies, and just sat around and shooting the breeze and talking about stuff, and then I came back and watched the games. I taped them, so I got to watch those, and then Sunday was a really active day watching football because, watching the Packers and the Steelers. My wife's a big Steelers fan, so yeah, the neighbors probably the next block over probably heard her yelling at the TV a few times. But, that's just the way it is. She's a sports fan. So, as you can see here, I got a little bit of work done. Actually, I got a lot of work done on the first Start Collecting box from my Skitarii. I got the first box complete. I picked up, went over in my local game shop and picked up another Start Collecting box. I pick them up my local shop because I get the military discount at my local store. I get 10% off, so I picked most of my stuff up over there. It's kind of nice that they help us military guys out. The interesting thing is, before I get started, is that in my second box I have, as you can see here, I got my first priest all done up. He's on this base, you can see here. The second box came with this base. So which base is the correct base? Is it supposed to, I think it's supposed to be on this 50, but they put a 40 in here, which I think is like what the Terminators are on now. But GW, you guys drive me nuts sometimes. But I went and picked up the what do you call it here, the Martian Iron Earth. It's that texture paint that does the crackle look, and I put it on these bases. I don't know if you can see it here, maybe you can zoom in a little bit. You can see there that crackle looks pretty good. It took me a while to figure out how to do it, but it has this cracked earth look in it. It's like little cracks and everything in there, and I put those on the new guy's bases here, and I have some really fine ballast I picked up at my local hobby shop. It's the Woodland Scenics. Yeah, you can see right there, fine ballast, brown. And what I did was I took that texture paint, put it on there nice and thick, and then I would dab just a pinch of the ballast on there, so it looks like a little bit of rock, gravel. As you've seen it on this base here, you can see it. It's got a little bit of rock, gravel with that texture paint. This looks pretty awesome. And I did it on all of these guys here. And I did the walker here. You can see, did the same thing. I had created my own base. And then I put some of that texture paint on there, and it's got the cracked earth. So on the lower areas of the base I made of the topper, I laid a whole bunch of that texture paint. It's just like sediment came in, and then it got a little bit of moisture, and then it cracked. So I went with that look, and it looks pretty cool. So that is what I've done with those guys. And I got a little bit of maneuverability in this guy here. And I just finished about 10 minutes before I started doing this video. I got the second batch of guys all finished up, and I got them over here, all the bits and pieces, so it makes it easier to paint, so it's, well, there you go. So I have all the different components so I can do the work separately, and then I'll glue it together. And on this guy, as I shown before, I have it magnetized, so I can put that on there. So the weapon system, that system, I got the eradication beamer on there, or else I can put the neutron laser on like that. And then there's the phosphorus cannon. I'm gonna, like I said before, instead of having that twin link autocannon, which I couldn't properly do it, so I'm gonna call this my autocannon setup for my array here, so that I can close her up, and there you go. So that is it. I got that all done. So what the next part is, I got to go in and this guy is put the magnets in for the new one and do the same magnetization I did on this guy. That's the only thing I'll probably do that tomorrow. Might take me an hour to do it, and then I'll be done. And I'll prime these guys and I'll get painted. There's probably another week's worth of work here. I got another project that's coming in tomorrow, a dystopian war project, so I'll get started on that too. And back to the old day grind with dystopian wars, and nighttime I'll be doing my 40k stuff. So things will take a little bit longer, but that's what's going on with that. And I don't know if there's anything else going on other than that. So a lot of rambling going on tonight. I'm just don't know what else to do other than sit back, and maybe, well, let's say tonight I just enjoyed a little bit of scotch, watching a little bit of TV. So hey, we'll relaxed a little bit. So we'll just take it easy here, and we'll get back to work, and you guys enjoy the rest of your time. This is Hulk Rex. Hulk Rex out.